Hello everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews, and today we are discussing the much anticipated Alien Romulus. Alien Romulus is set between Alien and Aliens and directed by acclaimed horror director Fede Alvarez, who's most known for doing Don't Breathe and the Evil Dead remake. Alien Romulus tells the story of a group of desperate teenagers who investigate an abandoned ship, only to find that it was abandoned with good reason. I was very excited to see this movie. I thought the trailer looked fantastic. I do think Fede Alvarez is a real good choice for this universe. He is good at horror. He does do fantastic tension and suspense. I was really encouraged to hear that he didn't want to use CGI that much, only where he absolutely had to. All of it was going to be practical effects. The xenomorphs were going to be people in suits. The face huggers are going to be basically RC vehicles with spider legs attached to it. And I love that because there is something about CGI that it just isn't there yet. It's very impressive. It looks cool, but there is something in the human brain that can just tell the difference between something on a computer screen and something that's actually tangible, that you can grab hold of and feel. It just adds a layer of realism to it all, and in a horror movie in particular, you really do need that. And I can gladly say that all of these promising aspects that I had going into it are met very well. Fede Alvarez does continue to impress with his horror tropes. He's very good at what he does. I really like the rhythm that he offers. It always starts almost pedestrianly slowly, but it does ramp up just a little bit, a little bit more, and more, and more, and more, and more, and more, and more. And before you know it, you are moving at breakneck speed, hanging on to the side of your chair, gritting your teeth, bobbing and weaving your head, trying to dodge face huggers. He's just really good at that. He really did understand this world. He knew how to have fun with it. He was very respectful in most part. And on that note, the set design and the costumes is fantastic. It does really manage to take you back to that original Alien film. I also really like the main two characters, Andy and Rain. Andy in particular, I believe the actor's name is David Johnson. If not, I'll correct it. That guy killed it. That might just be my favourite performance of the year. I'd have to sit down and think about it, but holy hell did he steal the show. I thought the music was really good. It was very inspired from what had come before, but it was doing its own thing. As was the story. I was so pleasantly surprised to see how original this was. A new direction. We're seeing new aspects of this universe. For a huge chunk of this movie, I was absolutely in my element, and Fede Alvarez was making this man's dreams come true. But, and you knew it was coming, and it is a big old but. This movie was genuinely sitting at a 9 out of 10 for me. I wanted to give it the 10, but there were one or two aspects that I couldn't ignore. Having a great time with it, easily sitting in my top 10 of the year, possibly my top 5, until the last 20 minutes of the movie happened. Yeah. It is absolutely going to divide audiences. I think that's fair to say. I'm not going to give you any spoilers on it. Don't worry if you have not seen it. I will tiptoe carefully, but it absolutely splits the room. There's no doubt about it. Personally, for me, the film just seems to lose its fucking mind for no reason whatsoever, and it is beyond frustrating. You had it. You had it in the bag. It was done. You had to just finish, just end, just black screen, credits. Let's walk out of here. Everybody's happy. But no, apparently we need to have a fourth act. And it's dreadful. It's childish, it's goofy, it's poorly written, it's nowhere near on par with the rest of the movie. It feels tacked on, it feels like reshoots. I don't even know if it entirely makes sense. I mean, I think it does. There's definite tie-ins that sort of work, but there are aspects of it that I'm scratching my head over. Again, it's difficult because of spoilers, so that's all I can really say at the moment. It's not scary. It becomes funny for all of the wrong reasons. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were thinking. And I like Fede Alvarez a lot. I really do. But this is now becoming a bit of a trend here. Personally, I'm okay with the ending of the Evil Dead remake, but I do know people who don't like the ending. Don't Breathe is an amazing movie, it's really good, but I don't like the ending. It loses its fucking mind for no reason. And now we're at Alien Romulus, and I really like the movie, but I hate the ending, and it loses its mind for no damn reason. It's becoming evident to me that Fede Alvarez does not know how to finish a story, so he just does anything. All of this smart, unique, brilliantly written universe building and character building, doing it all on its own 2 feet and doing it confidently, for some reason gets chucked in the bin, because for the last 20 minutes it's goofy crap and quotes of previous movies, and it doesn't even make sense because sometimes they're making references and quotes to films that are actually, timeline-wise, set well ahead of this one. So what are you even referencing if it hasn't actually happened in this universe? The writing just gave up. It really did. It just turned itself into fan service, the movie, and I don't know why. And annoyingly, it just proves how important an ending is, because it's just left me with the taste of bullshit in my mouth. It's really hard to remember and appreciate all that great stuff that came before it when that's how it ends. It seriously damages its value. It really damages the rewatch value. If I am to get this on DVD or Blu-ray, personally, I know exactly when I'd turn the film off. That's my big issue, and you can tell it's my big issue. But I do have a few other problems with the film. These are the points that were stopping me from giving it the 10 out of 10. It's a small cast, and yet I only like those 2 characters I mentioned. I think the rest are pretty dreadful. There's a British guy in it, and I don't even think he is British, because that accent is too thick. No one round here really talks like that. There's something in the water. Cool it down. Just a tad. So yeah, he was pretty dreadful, but he wasn't the only one. Apart from the main 2, the characters did feel really thin, and they do that really annoying thing that you see in horror movies where there's danger and blood all up the walls. It literally says keep out, but they're just staring at it going, huh? Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, no, a little bit of, awareness, maybe ask some questions as to why things are the way they are, could have gone a very long way in helping me to relate to these characters, or even give half a crap about them. And my final complaint with this movie is that it became very clear to me quite early on, maybe 15 minutes in, when they start telling you what the plot's going to be, it dawned on me that this is just Don't Breathe but in space, which is a good movie, but don't repeat it. Let's do our own thing, you know? It somehow works out, sort of, but it is disappointing. It just felt lazy, and the second I caught wind of it, it just became really apparent to me the longer the film went on. It does even feel like a video game at times. The chaptering of it feels like you're going through levels. I don't know, there's an unnatural flow to that for me personally. So it's a bit of a head scratcher, to be honest, because on one hand, there is so much about this film that can be appreciated, and I really do hope they continue to follow that format to some degree. I just don't think it does it perfectly. Not by a long shot. We can still do better, and I wish I could sit here overjoyed, happy that we've got another great Alien movie. Instead, I kind of feel like it's just a good Alien movie. I'm going to give Alien Romulus a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that comment section as well. Have you seen Alien Romulus? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you haven't had enough of this crazy ginger, well, you can always click on these suggested videos right here and get yourself lost in an IMO wormhole. But if not, take care. I look forward to seeing you on the next review.